The regions under China's occupation, be it Tibet, Hong Kong, or Xinjiang, have faced oppression for decades. Although Beijing attempts to portray these territories as prosperous and peaceful, the human rights situation on the ground reflects the dark underbelly of the CCP's policy towards minorities. Xinjiang, a region dominated by Uyghur Muslims, is experiencing serious human rights abuses where locals are ill-treated, women are violated, and activists are picked up and jailed. A UN report published on August 31, 2022, exposed China for running illegal detention centers in Xinjiang, where Uyghur Muslims face sexual and gender-based violence. Many families were separated and left uninformed about the whereabouts of loved ones. The UN report further found that China's policy has put undue restrictions on religious identity and expression, as well as the rights to privacy and movement.
China government just doing the continued non-stop propaganda tour and organize and hiding the reality and the spread fake news. Oh, situation wonderful and the people living a wonderful life here. And why is it wonderful life? Still is more than 3 million people is suffering concentration camp. Still is a travel ban. More than 6 years since 2017. I personally and all my friends and most of some Uyghur community who live in exile is a lost contact with a family member. Why don't open the telephone, internet connection? Why don't you let us to speaking with family member? So I speak is couple of times in Geneva as well, but China no answer for this, but continue denied everything and doing the propaganda.
Dolkun, who has been fighting for the rights of Uyghur Muslims since his college days at Xinjiang University, is now living in exile in Germany. He was designated a terrorist by the Chinese government in 2003. At a recently held UN human rights session in Geneva, when Dolkun spoke about the Uyghur rights, he was interrupted by the Chinese diplomats, who later went on to request the UN block him from speaking. Dolkun has expressed disappointment that many Muslim nations at the UN have remained silent over China's atrocities committed on Uyghur Muslims in Xinjiang.
Most of some Muslim countries not only silence, even support China. For example, Pakistan, Saudi Arabia, just our country, and support China. Not only today Uyghur Muslims is suffering, and also Chinese Christians are suffering, Tibetan Buddhists are suffering, Falun Gong people are suffering. But Chinese government particularly saying Islam is ideological illness, disaster. It must be eradicated.
Xinjiang, which borders Pakistan-occupied Gilgit-Baltistan, is an important link in China's Belt and Road Initiative. The multi-billion-dollar China-Pakistan Economic Corridor, CPEC project, under BRI, starts from Xinjiang, and Beijing has taken all possible steps to ensure that Xinjiang's residents are not ever in a position to challenge its ambitious plans in the region. China has employed brute tactics and oppression to muzzle all forms of dissent and separatist sentiment from the region. A large number of Uyghur Muslims, who are now settled in the West, continue to raise concerns and seek assistance from the international community to confront China and protect their community in Xinjiang.